Oh, you can see?
Yeah, I cannot see.
So I can see.
I have no glasses.
Hi. Hey, hello guys.
Hello, guys. So it's backward. Who did not vote yet? That's Jen, Yob, and Ren.
Jen did vote.
Actually, is voting.
Question mark.
So, kung si Kurt, pwede siya. And then,
Ikaw, Yob.
question mark?
Naglayo daw siya yung butayang name.
Ha?
Ano baka? Ikaw sa... Ren.
Of course.
Of course.
What?
AR. Si Darren. Vincent. Yun. Hindi ako question mark.
Can put in anybody you want.
Sir Sol.
Ready na ka?
G.
Okay.
GM.
Tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Levi. Red.
Okay. First things first. We are not the current positions that we have, the current structure that we have, all are null and void. So there's nobody in any seat right now. That's why we're doing this. There's nobody in any seat for now. We're still doing our functions until we finalize this one. And, but officially, there's no one sitting in any seat right now. So that's why we have to start from scratch. We have to clear everything up. We don't have to think about who's here, who's there, whatever it is. So I'll go first. I'll explain my vote. First and foremost, I just want to give some of the team members that I think that are good for a leadership positions. I'm not thinking about the current OG team or the current leaders. I just want to give, for example, AR. AR has qualities of being a leader. He's also a senior dev. I think he can lead the designs for Gemba number 1. And then Cortec, of course, that's Darling. No offense, her. I love you. For commissions, I had a little internal battle between Vincent and Levi because although Vincent, for me, could have the capacity to lead, I just don't think he wants to. You can see that he just wants to follow the whatever it is in there. He just wants to work. Doesn't want to lead anybody. That's what I feel. For IS, that's of course Yob. And Clan Champ, I'm just thinking Nekta is more of a leader than anybody else on their team though. So that's why I'm putting her here. She has the capacity to do it. And for innovations, I'm just not thinking about Solomon because I don't know. I was just really thinking about new faces in there, so that's why I put Levi in there. He's a good programmer. Actually, he's one of the best programmers that we have. He's very underrated right now, and he has a lot of knowledge on new frameworks, new stuff going on around the internet, new coding practices, and for me, that's one of the better qualities of an innovation VP. So that's my vote. Hart, can you explain yours?
First of all, my basis is these people are I think the best on the respective fields. So first on the design, of course, no question asked, it will be JM. Next, Cortec. Actually, I'm doubting if it will be Darl or me. I love to be on a VP Cortec position, but I think Darl could rock it more because she has uh, more relationship skills with the team in terms of leader to members. Next is commission. Actually, I honestly think that in terms of coding standards and output, Shane and Vincent is good, but we are having issues with them in HR and also leadership. So I will go for Levi here. Levi is also leading the team in terms of coding structures and architecture of the commission team. So I think it can rock this one. Next is IS. I'm also doubting between Yob and Ed, but no offense. Go for Yob. Next is client champ. There are two options there, Necta and Ren, but I think Necta would be best for HR, so I will go for Ren. And lastly, innovation, no question asked, Sir Solomon.
Okay, Jen.
So I picked JM because I think he has the leadership skills to lead his team compared to anybody else. And then for Cortec, I think Kirk is the best person to lead the Cortec. You know. And then I'm changing my mind here. I would pick Vincent. So he has the leadership skills. And probably need just more encouragement to accept that that role of being a leader. And then Yob, yes, and just think that Yob is the best VP for IS, and same for Ren. She has the maturity needed and the seniority needed to lead the client champs. And for innovation, there's no other person best for the to lead the innovation and other than Sir Solomon. So
For design, I'm voting for JM because so far I cannot see another leader in their team yet. And then for Cortec, I am in favor for her because I think that he has more guts in trying out new things, and it is something needed in our team. And I also think that he has a knack for leadership, and he knows how to utilize time and task. And people, so I think it's very needed in the court. And for commissions, I am choosing Shane because I feel that she's a natural leader, and even if you give her no seat, I feel that people will naturally follow her without anyone telling them to do so, and it's not something that is easy to have. And then Yob because it's Yob. And then Ren, I think Ren is a very eager learner, so I vote for Ren. And then Sir Sol because he is open-minded.
Open-minded ka pa.
Advance mag-isip.
Advance ka mag-isip. Okay, Piolomon.
Hi guys, I'm picking AR. I think AR needs a break to probably lead shift. Okay. Also, I picked Darling because she can take up pressure pretty well and can lead up as well. I'm voting for Vincent because he also is a natural leader and everyone respects him. I picked Necta because I think she Yo, I picked Yo because he's natural there. no, no discussion needed. I picked Necta because I think she's matured. I think she have the management skills. Levi, I picked Levi because my candid feedback for Levi is he is someone in the team that is hard to duplicate. I think putting him in the innovation would really duplicate him across the boards because in the innovation, our output will be the rest of the team. If it will be on the, if it will be in the production.
Yeah.
That's my pick. Thank you.
Game.
For me, for the quartet assist,
How about the design team? Why you're not putting
I'm
someone
giving the decision for the
Are you
majority,
shy?
I think.
Okay. So you're not voting?
I give that choice to majority. Then for the commission, I'm thinking for Levi because I see him as a more I see more leadership on him.
Okay.
Then the rest assist from the OJX team members.
Okay. Yo.
I'm choosing from my list. These peoples are the ones who does not have any hesitation when duty calls.
So everyone in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Ren.
For the design team, I actually have two votes, it's either JM or AR, but I'll change my vote for JM.
Mm.
For now,
Pakita sa diig ko.
and for the shortcut ko sa CCT ha.
Okay.
And for the CCL, choose myself. And for me, all the people and my votes are the ones who are willing to vote 10x for each department and team.
Okay. Anything else to add here, team? Before we proceed, any change of minds? Anything else? No? None?
And for me, none.
Okay, I think there are some seats there that are final. So for IES, that's yoke across the board. Is that final? Okay. Let's first talk about the design team. Yeah, I think everyone here is conflicted on what to think and what to choose. So I move that we just look at the majority of the votes there. We just go with the majority. Is that okay? So that should be JM on the design. So VP for design is JM. Any objections? Do you think, Solomon?
It's a free country.
And then let's go to client support. Majority is also Ren, so let's just put Ren there. Without objections from anybody, none. I'm thinking for this department, so let's just put just in case these persons are not available or there should be any changes here. Let's have the second votes for these VPs already. So we already have AR and Necta, and then Levi for innovations. For now, just Solomon is VP for innovations. And then let's discuss Cortec. It goes down to 2 wishes for I know, guys, what do you think?
Shattered block.
Who wants to volunteer as the VP?
I'm feeling we really need people here that can really put their foot down. You know, when they say no, it's a no. When they say yes, it's a yes. Sometimes it's not a democracy. So we need some people who can really decide whatever it is. So let's just do that. How about you, Herc? What do you think?
I would really think if the best person here is still Darling. People-wise, I'm having it's a challenge for me to read closely the Cortec in terms of people-wise, and that is one of the advantages of having Darling in the team.
Do you all agree?
Close encounter.
You disagree then? Of course you do.
Defend myself. I still think that Herc is our leader since I think he has unique ideas on how to solve problems, and then that is very necessary on the Cortec team because it's always moving, and then he always has these quick ideas on how to solve things, and usually I ask him those questions. Also, I think that in terms of people, I think Curly leads the team. He does not realize it that much, but people actually follow what he tells us to, and then he's very organized, which I am not, unfortunately. So he's very organized. He has he knows what task we are to do, and then he also has scoreboards for us, and yeah, he made that himself. So I would not actually come up with those ideas. So that's the advantage of having her as the VP.
Okay. Any changes in the vote? That's a deadlock right there.
Can we revisit what the responsibilities or skills needed
For a VP. Actually, that's Darling's seat right now. There's no new responsibilities yet. Basically, Sarah just told us that they're gonna lead their own stand-up for their team. Basically, they lead this Gemba, so this Gemba only. We don't know what to do with the other offices here, but every VP leads the current Gemba that they're in. Also, between Darling and Herc has a lot to do because he's also has a seat on the innovations department. He's doing innovations. He's doing Act That X, and there's a lot of things for him to do, and then lead this team. He needs help, so that's why I also chose Dar here. Deba.
So you envision her to be in a position that is more
Yeah,
higher.
he's doing that right now, and clearly he needs help. That's why Darling is here, right? So let's just put Darling as VP of Gemba #1 to do all those things that her cannot do. You know, right?
So are everyone in agreement that we will put
We all agree.
Darling?
Agreed? Yeah.
As persons who voted for her.
Yeah. Who voted? Jen, do you agree?
I would agree that I think Herc will have a higher position on that will lead the all the different cortex if ever we have different Gemba, and then
That's the hard thing, is because we're not supposed to think of that right
Yeah.
now. But he's just doing that, and he's doing that every day. Right?
So
So how about Darling just lead the team, do their stand-up, take care of the doings, while Herc just do all the other things.
okay. So what about JM?
I think I changed my mind to Darling.
Oh, that is that. That is.
So Darling.
Yes, Jill.
Okay. How about you, Yo?
I think it's Darling.
Okay, so let's convert.
So that's fine now. We don't even need to ask Ren. Ren, what do you think?
Darling.
See? Okay. That's Darling in there. Okay, one of the harder parts, commissions. We're down to 2 actually. 2? That's
Yeah.
it. Let's first discuss Shane. I agree, yes. She has the leadership skills to do that. But going along the way, I don't think she has that capacity. I think she agrees that too on her last post, right?
Yeah.
She just doesn't have the capacity to lead a team right now, especially right now.
I think in truth, if Jen would be available, actually I would vote for Jen.
Jen is available.
I
Everybody,
okay. I changed my
everybody-
vote.
She's available.
I'm voting for Jen.
Who wants to vote for Jen also?
Me as
I
a
vote for Jen.
God.
I'm switch.
Why do you say Wang Jin?
Huh?
Mas mo na, pwede dyan. Di mo na ito.
Jen will be the best commissions VP actually.
Isa pa yung sa to, si Ren.
Okay, anybody else?
Anybody else?
So Shane will be out of that picture, so we
Um,
should.
For me also, if ever we will think about globally, I think I can also handle thinking that we are only thinking for our Gemba
Our
number
current,
one, for our current needs.
Yeah. So is that final? That's Jen.
Also vote for
My
Jen.
fine.
Yeah.
Kapag sir,
Okay.
ikaw ako ipa-change rin. Ako pa yun.
Gusto siya taas na mo.
Hello, Garcia.
Okay. Actually, I stand by my vote. So it's okay. Actually, I see your points there. So I'm good with that. Let's just see how this goes. Actually. Okay, is that it? Anything else? Any thoughts? Okay, I think that's it. That's final. So JM, Darling, Jen, Yob, Ren, and Solomon would be the VPs for Jemba number 1. Okay. See? Moro to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's not discuss shifting.
Huh?
Shifting.
Shifting, let's just discuss that real quick. The suggested shifts from Sir Rad and Sir Ben is 3 p.m. to 12 a.m. and then 12 a.m. to 9 p.m. 9 a.m. For me, I think that would work because of the 12 a.m. handoff. That's not too late or too early for people to get here and go home. Especially for those far away, the only thing there is that it's too early for the first shifts. That's 3 p.m.
I agree.
You can that's a bit hard to do groceries.
Go to downtown.
I think the early shift is great because you could still sleep for 6 hours or 6
Yeah,
hours
for
after
12 a.m.
p.m.
Yeah.
I think the disadvantage of having early shift at 3 p.m. is that you have no clients at that time. So if ever you have questions, the client shops will not get a reply to, I think, 3 hours after the early shift starts. So that's one of the things that I see is a
But
disadvantage.
that's the same for right now, right? For 5 p.m.
So I think it should be later.
The good thing is there's no 0 to 24 so that
No distractions from
Every
you
client.
don't get
shops.
distracted for a few hours.
Distract you.
The peak hours for us
Eight,
right
eight.
now is like 10 p.m. until what, around 3 a.m. That's our peak hours. So earlier or later for me it doesn't really matter for when it comes to that. There's another option. We retain our current shift, that's 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. and then 2 a.m. to 11. That's another option if you guys agree.
2 p.m. and then 2 a.m.
2 a.m. to 11. So you can still go out for the second shift. You can still go out at 11. You don't need to go to work until 2 a.m. anyway. So
Don't you think there is a need for overlap for huddles and discussions, transfers of 24 hours if needed, if it's really urgent?
there is an overlap for stand up. That's just stand up. I think we should go to two stand ups, the first shift and the second shifts. But the second shift stand up should be the overlap. That's around 10 minutes. We cannot go overlap for like an hour because that's one of the problems we have right now. We don't have space.
Thinking of sharing tables.
So of course, the VPs, if they need to meet with their team, I can always schedule that and have the team just stay or come early because we're not using the conference room anyway. That's just it. I think that's gonna be a variable. So either you can ask your second shift to come 30 minutes or 15 minutes early, or you ask the first shift to stay for 15 minutes or 30 minutes late. That's just it. That's your overlap. Right? Okay, so what about the my proposed schedule? What do you think?
You mean for this one or?
Yeah. I think that's our original schedule when we last met on this.
Yeah.
I think that would work.
I think the first proposal is great because people that will be going home, especially the girls, could still go home safely at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So I would stick with the first proposal.
That's just it. That's safety.
12 a.m.
That's also our concern before. That's why we brought that up.
What about for the second shift?
It's both.
Okay.
I vote for the original, other option.
This one, other option.
So that's one, darling. J.
Option 2.
Option 2. Her?
2.
JM?
2. Another option.
Kaning.
Another option. Yes.
Ren?
The other option as well.
Yo?
The other,
The
this one,
first,
that one.
the new op,
this one or
3
3 and
That one. I vote for that one as well. So that's 3 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Solomon.
Solomon's voting that. Okay, I think that's final. We don't have to discuss that anymore. That's the vote. That, so, okay na? As per Sarad, it doesn't really matter for them. That's still 18 hours. So, it's up to us.
Okay, thank you guys. Ano na?
Okay, that's 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. 2 a.m. to 11.
Bye.
Yes.
Okay. Wala na.
Bye.
Bye.